Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Psychic Medium Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So, as you all know, if you watched my stories, I was at Phenomicon last weekend and it was amazing. And I will talk all about it on my podcast. And speaking of my podcast, if you noticed, I didn't do one last week because I was kind of taking a break for the summer with the new baby coming, and also too, I'm kind of revamping it. I'm kind of wanting to do it in a video sense, and so you'll be able to watch it and listen to it, kind of like, just because everybody loves the Cari Connect so much and they love to watch it, so I'm kind of going to make that available for the podcast too. So stay tuned. We have lots of stuff coming up. And also too, I will be out of the office this week because I'm going to be working on the podcast, but I won't be doing readings or some of my emails. I'll try and answer them, but if I don't get back to you till the first of next week, that would be why. So the deck we are using today is one of my favorites. It is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And the reason why I chose this is because on my way to Phenomicon, I drove through Palisades and Vernal, Utah, Ashton, Wyoming, and so it was beautiful, and the scenery was beautiful. Lots of animals, and I got lots of answers that I needed for my business on this drive. So I thought I am going to use the Spirit deck this week because it's one of my favorites, and I love animals. That's how I speak to Spirit a lot. So. Okay, so this week is the Frog Spirit, which means clear, and it says clear out the clutter. So this week you're going to need to move some stuff around. So you know how when they talk about manifesting, you have to get rid of what you, if you're asking for something new, then you need to get rid of what's not working for you now. So if there's things not working for you now, which is kind of what, it's so crazy because these are like what I'm going through at the time too. If there's things in your life that are not working for you, you know how when you watch Dr. Phil and they like vent to him all the problems, and he says, and how's that working for you? I love this question because I want you to go throughout this week and ask yourself, how is that working for me? Is this working? Can I replace this with something else? Out with the old, in with the new. So this is the week that you need to out with the old. You need to release or let go of what's not working for you. And this could be physically, this could be mentally, this could be spiritually, and kind of revamp and bring in what is working for you. It's time to bring that in. So to bring that in, you need to really look at what's going on in your life and let go of what's not working. And if holding on to fear is not working for you, or letting intrusive thoughts, and it's so, get to you. It's so hard because it's just not easy to let some things like that go. But if you acknowledge that you have it and you acknowledge that you need to get rid of it and it's not working for you, then that's the first step to letting it go, or trying to let it go. And I'm not saying you have to let it go tomorrow. It's just that you have to acknowledge what the clutter is. So this week, acknowledge what the clutter is. Acknowledge what's in your life that's just not, clear some space. Like if your life seems chaotic and cluttery and overwhelming, which was where I was at, then clear some space out. And that's why Phenomicon was amazing for me, because it made me rethink some things, renew some things. And I actually, if you guys follow me, you know that on my podcast, I talk about Dave Schrader all the time, and we, about his podcast, and I got to have lunch with him, and I like to just listen and learn from him. So it just kind of made me revamp, like what's important, what's the main thing, what's the things that I want to stay. And I'm going to be honest, I've started a little bit of some counseling sessions to help me figure this out, like what works for me and what doesn't, what can I let go. And that's why this card's so perfect right now, because you need to look at your life and say, okay, what works for me and what can I let go? And if you can't let it go, how do you figure out how to let it go eventually? Or how do you figure out how to make it work for you, or change perception of it, or figure something out so it does work for you? Because if it's not working, something's got to give here. And so this is the declutter week. This is the week where you look and say, I got to get rid of this. I've got to get rid of what's not working. And this can be relationship, this can be business, this can be family that obviously not your kids, right? You can't. But if you're struggling with different things with your kids, you can try and feel how it works, see how you can make it work, or see how you can change your perception of it, or see how, kind of change it a little bit. So some of the signs that you're going to see this week obviously are frog. So if you see frogs, anything green, and spirit, you think that you don't know how a frog's going to show up. We've done this with a white buffalo before, and so many people have texted me and said, oh my gosh, I saw a white buffalo in the craziest spot. So we're going to look anything that has to do with frogs, and lily pads count. And I will take like water or streams or ponds, just ponds, that will work. And also too, there's like this awesome kind of design on the back of the frog's back that's like a jewel kind of thing. So any kind of like jewels, like rubies, will count. And he's holding like an oracle sphere. So any kind of like sphere or like sphere, round thing, light, orb. So any kind of that. And the number is 2 and 8. So 222 means that you that's where 222 means you're going in the right direction. Decluttering. You're getting rid of things to bring something new in. So 222 is spirit telling you you've got this. You're going in the right direction. Keep going that way. And then 888 is for abundance. It means that you're bringing in something new. You're manifesting something new. So these are perfect numbers for it. I just got done listening to a podcast by psychic teachers, and they talked about the number 8 and how magical it is. And if you use 8 people to manifest the same thing, it's it works very well. Also too, I've used 3. The Bible says you can use 3 people. If 3 people pray about the same thing at the same time, that it holds that much more power. So 2 and 8 are the numbers which are perfect for this. And any type of frog, any type of orb, and lily pads, and any type of like ruby or blue jewel. So those are the signs or symbols to watch for. This is Spirit letting you know that it is time to clean up. It is time to clean up the clutter in your life. It's time to clear what's not working for you, because there's new stuff coming and you need to get ready for it. So I love you guys so much. Watch for all that I keep telling you that there's going to be new things coming, but I promise you it just takes a lot of time to get it going, especially when I continue doing readings all the time, because but I am new podcast stuff coming up and other things. So I just am trying to find places and trying to put things into place. And clearing out the clutter. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you next week.